Hello, this is David Judkins, and this is my video on figure drawing, the course we've been taking this month. I've learned a lot this month about figure drawing. In particular, what I've really enjoyed about the course was in the very beginning, the study of the human skeleton. I've done figure drawing all my life, but I'd never taken the time to really study in detail the structure of the human skeleton. So it's almost like we started at the foundation, um, and studying that from head to toe really helped me to examine how everything is formed around the skeletal structure. So we started to get to some of the first assignments. For instance, when we got to the upper body, it really helped me to understand how all of the muscles are informed by our skeletal structure. And so everything has its proper place, and you see how everything is connected to one another. So that structure helped me to really understand a lot better with regards to proportions, to how the body physically should look versus how you draw when you're doing maybe, say, a graphic novel and you're maybe expanding on the idea of how you use the human body form. So that was something that I particularly enjoyed. Learning about the pectorials and the collarbone, the neck, the skull, and how everything really connects one to the other and informs the physical structure of the body. And that helped me to appreciate proportions a lot more as well. This wasn't my first time doing figure drawing, so I've done live studies before, but I just never had looked at it in this particular way. So examining the human body from the foundation of the skeleton and the examination of and study of the muscle structure really informed the human body when we got to the actual physical drawing sessions for figure drawing. So then I was able to see the human body in all of its forms and try to draw it so that it comes out in a more fluid way. The sessions really helped me to focus on the total body as a unit, looking at every aspect of the structure and making sure it looks more natural. I really became a little bit more conscious of shading, and I just wanted to make sure that the overall form looked realistic. It looked like it closely matched up to what I saw in the model. And this was an example from the first session. This was, I think, one of the 25-minute drawings that we had. And I really liked the longer drawings because I got a chance to really take a look at the model and then match that up with what I was doing. Two things helped me to feel more comfortable in this process, and that was becoming more comfortable using the Wacom tablet. That was a big challenge for me because I've been most of my life a traditional artist, in a sense that when I've done figure drawing in the past, it's always been with a large drawing pad and charcoal or graphite pencils, and so there's a little bit more to uh, develop and grow in that area. So getting used to the Wacom tablet and getting more comfortable using Photoshop. I think one of the big things that helped me was to avoid becoming fearful of making a mistake. So I was able to look at the models and draw, and if I messed up, it was okay to erase something, delete maybe a layer in Photoshop and redo it, and be able to examine it more fully. Um, and so the interesting uh, poses that were given also allowed me room to develop a lot more. This was a particular piece from the last drawing session that we had. This was another 25-minute pose where I really got to focus on the shape, the shading, and to the overall structure. I wanted to make sure that it looked natural, that I captured the very essence of the pose that the woman had, that I really understood the muscle structure and how that informed the way her body was posing. I didn't want it to seem stiff and rigid, but I wanted to actually imitate what I was seeing with my naked eye as I looked at the physical model. And I hoped I was able to capture that. So overall, this has been a great experience. I've really enjoyed what I've done. And I particularly enjoyed some of the live lectures, especially the last one where we talked about animation as a whole, because now I can see the correlation between why it's so important to improve in our figure drawing and how that translates to eventually getting involved in animating our own characters that we'll create down the line. So I didn't necessarily see the correlation early on, but I think this class has been one of the most enjoyable because I felt like I was constantly learning something and I could see how it connected to the overall larger picture. So thanks very much, and I look forward to just continuing to do and improve in my figure drawing.